The winter of 1971, in a secluded area of Harrisville, Rhode Island, a couple named Roger and Carolyn Perrin purchased an old, massive two-story farmhouse. With them were their 5 young daughters, Andrea, Nancy, Christine, Cindy, and April. Built in the early 19th century, the house was surrounded by a dense pine forest, with a small river flowing right past it. While the house looked picturesque and peaceful from the outside, stepping inside revealed its true nature. No one knew back then that every single corner of this beautiful house's bricks harbored a long history of darkness. Many of those who had lived on this land before them had met extremely mysterious deaths. Some had drowned in the pond, others had hanged themselves inside the rooms, and some had frozen to death in the snow. The first few days after moving into the house were completely normal. Little April was exploring the surroundings of the house, and they were spending their days quite happily. But that joy quickly turned into a living nightmare. The game of strange sounds began. Faint noises would frequently drift from inside the rooms, as if someone were scratching the walls with nails, or someone wearing heavy boots was walking down the long corridor of the house. The heavy, wooden doors of the house would slam shut or fly open by themselves. The young girls of the house would often whisper among themselves that they saw someone in the corner of the room whose face did not look human. April had found an imaginary friend whom she named Rory, but it quickly became clear to everyone in the house that this Rory was no ordinary figment of imagination. The situation turned even more terrifying when Carolyn Perrin woke up one morning to find strange black bruises and wounds all over her body for no apparent reason. As she lay in bed, the temperature in the rooms would suddenly drop close to freezing, and a pungent odor of rotting meat would linger in the air. In trying to uncover the true history of the house, the Perrin family discovered a horrifying truth. In the mid-19th century, a woman named Bathsheba Sherman had lived in this house. The locals suspected her of being a Satanist or a witch. Legend has it that Bathsheba had sacrificed her own infant son. When the villagers began gathering evidence against her, she placed a curse, declaring that whoever claimed ownership of this land and lived here would die a horrible death. Afterward, she hanged herself from a tree behind the house. Her body had reportedly grown as hard as stone before death. The Perrin family realized that the restless and vengeful spirit of this Bathsheba was returning over and over again to consume their entire family. As the days passed, the malevolent entity grew more and more violent. Its gaze fell most heavily upon Carolyn, in particular. Helpless, the Perrin family sought the help of Ed and Lorraine Warren, a famous couple of paranormal investigators and occult researchers in America at the time. Ed was a demonologist, and Lorraine was a clairvoyant medium. Upon arriving at the Perrin family's house and observing the situation, they realized right away that this was not just a common household ghost, but an extremely powerful and ancient demonic entity. When Lorraine Warren stepped inside the house, she intensely felt the presence of Bathsheba. She understood that Bathsheba had not come merely to take over the house. She wanted to take complete control of Carolyn's body and use her to murder her own children. One night, the situation reached its peak. The malevolent force took direct possession of Carolyn, lifting her into the air and flinging her from one end of the room to the other. The children of the house began screaming in terror. Ed Warren and the other assistants made desperate efforts to save Carolyn. Lorraine Warren applied intense mental focus to awaken the dormant memories of love within Carolyn. She reminded Carolyn of her children and shouted for her not to surrender to the evil. Deep into the night, that intense mental and spiritual struggle went on. Finally, through the sincere efforts of Ed and Lorraine Warren, that demonic force was stopped from Bathsheba's influence, and Carolyn returned to her normal consciousness. The evil force was temporarily defeated, but its dark shadow could not be entirely wiped away from the house. Eventually, the Perrin family was forced to leave the cursed house for good, but the harrowing memories of that house haunted them for the rest of their lives. Meanwhile, Ed and Lorraine Warren locked away various cursed objects collected from that house, including a bone and wood doll, forever in their private museum, so that those dark powers could never harm ordinary people again.